host, because I know.
He's a Negro child, 60 ways to despise himself and thereby perpetuate his false sense of inferiority.
Our people and our skin and our blood, while we had to end up eating ourselves, made us feel inferior.
We must no longer be ashamed of being black.
See, Jumbo, everybody, welcome to Satora's Black History Corner internet program. I am your host, Catherine Hunter Williams, along with my co-host, Miss Catherine Blake. But I think I'm gonna take off as co-host and just say we are the host. Oh. Because you've been here with me so long. We've been doing this. This is going on 8 years, you know.
She wants a pay increase, by the way.
So do I, John.
Praise the Lord.
So do I.
Remember this one? I'm just like the recorder of it. You're the producer, remember? So on these ones, so
no,
you're the one
producer.
Oh, okay.
And recorder. You are everything.
I'll give you half of what I make, which is nothing. So how can we divide that?
That was a good one, y'all. Y'all can have a good laugh on that one because you know that's not gonna happen. But it has been almost 7. I think it's this year was 7 years, and coming up it'll be 8.
Amen.
Because the last time I remember we talked about it, we was at 5.
Yeah.
Yep, and It's been a while.
Yeah.
So I'm not on links anymore, whatever that thing is called links. I got off of that. But people would send me information. Catherine, congratulations, you know, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, since I'm not there, I'm not getting that information anymore. So I think since, you know, it just might as well do this and just say, hey, we both be doing it, so let's call it all hosts.
Okay.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Amen.
June is Black Music Month and music education.
Amen.
Today I'm going to tell our story about the founders of Black Music Month. And just a little something on the side of what made this particular white man famous.
Wow, I want to hear that.
And Miss B is going to tell our story also about an awesome woman who sings the blues. All right, let's get it on. All right, ready?
Oh, okay. You want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, Miss Alberta Hunter. You can see her songs on YouTube.
See and hear her songs.
Yeah, see and hear her
awesome.
Sing. Yes. She was born April 1st, 1895 in Memphis, Tennessee. And she was named for the doctor who delivered her. And her father was a railroad porter, abandoned the family while she was a young girl. Though years, Hunter repeated the story that he had died while she was a child, and her mother eventually remarried, but Hunter did not get along with her new family and she ran away from home.
How old was she?
She was, here it goes, the exact date when this occurred has been lost, but most accounts say she was either 11 or 12 years old when she left.
There's a lot of girls that run away from home at 11 and 12 years old, and they stay out there. They don't come back home.
Yeah, she was gone.
Wow. I know some personally that have ran away from home at 11 and don't come back home. They stay out there.
Well, her first big connection in music business came when she started singing in another South Side nightclub, the Elite Cafe, and there she met ragtime pianist, songwriter Tony Jackson. And among the songs Jackson wrote was Pretty Baby, which Hunter helped popularize. And over the next few years, Hunter sang in a string of South Side Chicago nightclubs, including the Panama Cafe, which the cafe it catered to the whites, and the Deluxe Cafe in the beginning of 1917, the fabled Dreamland Cafe, where she established herself as one of Chicago's top blues singer. Now, this is all while she was young, okay? And at the Dreamland, she became friends with King Oliver Creole Jazz Band, which featured Joe King Oliver on the cornet and the young Louis Armstrong on the second cornet. Okay. Now,
Did she play an instrument too, or
she sang.
she just sang
She
the
just sang.
blues? Okay.
She had that natural ability. In the early 1920s, Hunter was the queen of the Dreamland Cafe and indeed the Chicago blues scene. And back then in Chicago was the place to be as far as jazz and blues musicians were concerned. And as Hunter herself said in the era, as quoted by Frank C. Taylor and Gerald Cook in Alberta, Hunter, a celebration in blues, if you had worked in Chicago and had been recognized there, you were somebody, baby. New York didn't have that count then.
Also, I want to let people know I don't think we're related.
Yes, Miss Hunter.
But we never know, you know.
You never know.
That's
You
my
never
maiden
know.
name, Hunter. You never know.
Okay, she made a home in New York, but Hunter was a traveling woman by nature, and in August of 1927, she and Tyler embarked for Paris, where Josephine Baker was already a star, and it was an opportunity to escape American racism and become recognized for her talent that Hunter could not pass up. As quoted in Albertina Hunter, a celebration in blues, she
Wait a
said,
minute now. Hold it now. See, I'm hearing a lot of my family's names. Like I seen here that she was born and her mother worked in a broth as a maid in a Memphis brothel, and her Charles Hunter, her father, which I have.
Charles Hunter.
Yes, I got two brothers named Charles. I got an uncle named Charles.
Whoa.
Okay.
Well, you do hum a tune. Can't you hum a tune?
No. I wish. Oh, if I could, I'd be making me some money. I'm trying to learn how to play the piano, and all I want to learn how to do is to sing "Yes, Jesus Loves Me."
Okay.
But I'm
But that is a coincidence. That's a
Albertine. I have a cousin named Albertine.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So, okay, that's down in the South.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sim Hunter might have made his way around. You never know.
You never know.
The daddy don't know what happened to his dad. He just left him.
Wherever Daddy laid his hat was his home.
And I seen the Charles Hunter. I said, wait a minute now. It's Charles. We got Charles Hunters all through our family because back then, I guess, I don't know why grandmother and them did that or mama, but they named us after family members. Yeah.
Okay.
Albertine? Wait till I tell Albertine about this one.
Okay. All right. Well, celebration in blues, she said, the Negro artists went to Europe because they were recognized and given a chance. And in Europe, they had your name up in lights. People in the United States would not even give you a chance.
Wow. You know she was also known as May Alex, A-L-I-X, and Josephine Beatty.
Yes.
Beatty. So she had some aliases like I do.
But this is what I really found interesting in her. On August 14, 1956, Alberta Hunter graduated from the Harlem YWCA nursing school.
Right, I was looking at that.
Yeah, and became a licensed practical nurse. She had lied about her age to get into the school, declaring that she was 12 years younger than she was, thus coming full circle from her early Chicago days when she had pretended to be older to sneak into the clubs. She worked as a nurse for more than 20 years and retired in 1977 at what officials thought was mandatory retirement age of 70. She was 82 years old.
When she retired, but she joined her ancestors at age 89 on October 17, 1984.
Yeah, she worked for 20 years, so she was in her 60s when she graduated.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But sometimes we do what we have to do. I'm still working.
Yeah.
Hey. I'm pushing a nice age.
Okay.
I'm young. But anyway, she died October 17, 1984. She was age 89 at Roosevelt Island, New York. New York. Long way from Chicago and a long way from Memphis, Tennessee.
Well, after retiring as a nurse, Hunter she resumed her career as a New York cabaret singer.
Oh, that's how she got to New York.
Yeah. And recording.
This woman was very young, wasn't she? And moving on.
In her old age.
And I said young.
Yep.
We try to say young.
In her seasoned age.
Yeah.
She went back to New York. And this second career made her a bigger star than she previously was. And in 1977, she was performing at the Cookery in New York's Greenwich Village. And by the end of the year, she had a recording contract with Columbia Records. Remember them? And had recorded the LP, Remember My Name. And you will see that in the videos on YouTube. She's something else. She is awesome. And the soundtrack of the film of the same name, Hunter played Carnegie Hall on June 27, 1978.
Go on, woman.
And also gave a command performance for the Carter White House. Go ahead on, girl. Go ahead on. In 1979, she recorded an album, Amtrak Blues, and she followed it up in 1981 with The Glory of Alberta Hunter, and in 1983 completed Look for the Silver Lining, and she died in 1984.
84.
Yeah, that's what it got here, October 17th.
Okay. All right.
Wow.
She joined her ancestors. Yeah.
Yeah, and as a capacity audiences, she continued to fill the Cookery. Nightly concert offers came from Brazil to Berlin, and there was an invitation for her to sing at the White House. And at first she turned it down because she explained they wanted me to be there on my day off. But the White House amended its schedule to suit the veteran artists. During that time, there was also a visit from the former First Lady, who turned the book editor, Jackie Onassis, who wanted her to sign for her autobiography, but was unhappy with the co-author assigned to the project, and the book was eventually done by another publisher with the help of the writer Frank Taylor. She was all over the place in her seasoned age. Brazil to Berlin.
Good. I like that seasoned age.
Yeah, seasoned age. Alberta Hunter. Look her up on YouTube. You can hear her songs. And she is an awesome lady. Starting at the age 11 and 12. Sneaking
Been on the move ever since. Yeah. Well, Lord, thank you, Jesus, for that story. But I want y'all to also look up Nina Simone.
Nina Simone.
Look up her song, I Like to Know How It Feels to Be Free. See, I was telling you earlier, I'm on this freedom thing. I want to know what it really feels like to be totally free and equal. I really want to know. So, anyway, Nina Simone that's my song for that. I would like to know how it feels to be free. And I want my grandchildren to know this, because they haven't got to that point yet, but I want them to know what freedom is and what it feels to be equal, treated equal in America, y'all. This is not South Africa, not at all. And I can go a little deep, but we got to move on. But if y'all can, check out her song and listen to the lyrics. Nina Simone is something. She said her art reflects the time that she's living in, and she had some awesome stuff. But that's a song that stuck with me. All right, Black Music Month, and the picture that you will see John putting up is a picture of all ethnic groups that's on that picture. And it's also because it's educational. Black Music Month. June is for jamming and celebrating our story of Black Music Month. Black Music Month began in 1979 when Kenny Gamble, who brought us the famous sounds of Philadelphia, and the radio personality Dayna Williams. I don't know, John, can you get both of them up at the same time or not?
You want both Dayna Williams and the Black History Month, or the Black Month? The
You
Black
can take the
Month?
Black History Month down and put Dayna Williams and Kenny Gamble up. Okay, thank you. They developed the idea to set aside a month dedicated to celebrating the impact of black music. Created by music business insiders, the group successfully lobbied President Jimmy Carter to host a reception on June 7, 1979. Now, this is a long time this has been going on, and it's just not, we getting it. Are you hearing me? It's just not getting, at least I am. I don't know about nobody else. I can just say, I am just not getting it. I got a newsletter that I write called Satora's Black History Corner. And I usually put in there every June, this is Black Music Month. But I just started doing it maybe in the last, but I've been doing this newsletter since 91. So I was saying that maybe the last 10 years, that's when I started finding out about June being Black Music Month.
Oh.
Yeah, so anyway, they successfully lobbied President Jimmy Carter to host a reception on June 7, 1979 to formally recognize the cultural and financial contributions of black music. Since 1979, Black Music Month has grown from a small commemoration to national proportions with events held annually across the country. In 2000, United States Representative Chaka Fata sponsored House Resolution 509, which formally recognizes the importance of black music on culture and the economy. Because in our time, we had love songs, social songs, war songs, those kind of songs. The songs today that our youth are listening to today, to me, are very negative.
Yeah, it's very negative.
You know, and they treat their women, you know, they don't treat the women right.
The names are, oh my goodness.
That comes on their music. And I watched my grandson, we celebrated my daughter's birthday. Her birthday was on June 6th, but we celebrated that Saturday. And I listened to this song that came on, and I listened to, oh my God, listen, this gotta go. A lot of cursing in it. But I watched Tim get up and he just got to dancing. That's their kind of music. You know.
Well, they're dancing to the music and they're really not
listening
understanding
to the words.
And then they'll repeat the words because of the music. Like, do you really know what you're saying?
But it's subconsciously stored in the mind. You know, because this is what they've been listening. He's 16 now. So for 16 years, since he got old enough, he's been listening to this kind of music. Actually, my daughter, me and her got into it about it because I wanted it off, but you know, it's one of those kind of things.
Yeah,
Anyway, let that go, Catherine. It's gone. In 2009, wait a minute, I'm sorry. The importance of black music on culture and the economy during President Bill Clinton's administration. In 2009, President Barack Obama further defined June as African American Music Appreciation Month. He changed the name.
Really?
Oh, wait, I got something else with our president today.
Oh.
Declaring the start of summer as a celebration for all the black musicians, composers, singers, and songwriters who have made enormous contributions to America and in the world's culture. The music of our nation has always spoken to the condition of our people and reflects the diversity of our union. American black musicians, composers, singers, and songwriters have made enormous contributions to our culture and including the rest of the world by capturing the hardships and the aspirations of a community and reminding us, the world, of our shared values. So we have values that are shared also by the other people in the world that are going through different things, racism, police brutality, and that's happening all around the world. This is what I'm gonna get to the end of that. But that's some of our stuff about June is for jamming and celebrating our story of Black Music Month. But I also want to tell you, like I said, I had a little something
Yeah,
to go along with this because it's still a part of our story and how this white guy got famous by being black. Okay, so let me get to the story. His name is Leroy Robert, and he changed the Leroy to Lee, and then capital Roy. He changed his name to Leroy. It's still Leroy, but he just spells it a little different. And then they call him Lassie because he loved molasses and other sweet things. White, that's his name. Okay, he wrote Nigger Blues, written by Leroy Lassie White in 1888 to 1949, the year I was born, and was one of the first blues songs published, copyright by White in 1912. It was first titled Negro Blues, but for some reason when White published it in 1913, he retitled it. In addition to the importance of Nigger Blues for being one of the first published songs and written by one of the first composers of 12-bar blues, it was the first whose lyrics were in what would become the standard blues form used by the 1920s vaudeville performers and found in folk blues song collected and recorded in the 1930s, Jim Crow time. There are some lyrics to this song, but I'm not going to get all off into it. And I'm not going to read all of his story because his story is long. But his name is Leroy Robert Leroy Lassie Brown, in parentheses, Leroy. Let me see where I want to start. His birth name was Leroy Robert White, but he put it through various permutations during his adult life. Leroy was born in Wills Point, Texas, and was the youngest child. Let me go down a little further. It's not clear what type of music education Leroy received, either in Dallas schools or privately, but he showed a natural talent for entertaining. And if you look at him, I don't know, John, you got his picture up there? You see how he got to wear his hat? Yeah, that's natural talent for entertaining, huh? John smiling, I don't know. Anyway, and was inspired by some of the shows he saw coming through Dallas in the 1900s. Among those that he found a connection was the soon-to-be dying institution of minstrelsy. Minstrelsy. I guess I'm pronouncing it right. Minstrel. Spell that. Minstrels.
Oh.
She's got an S-Y. Minstrelsy. Anyway, minstrels. Okay, y'all got it? That of white entertainers, sometimes black as well. You hear me? Sometimes black as well.
I don't understand.
Black also played in the minstrels also.
With him?
No, not with him. They were entertainers also.
Oh, I got it.
And they would put that black paste on their face.
That's what okay.
And the red lips, and they booked their eyes. Blacks did that too. Yeah, many a blackface alleged Negro entertainment with comedy sketches of questionable merit and a variety of old-time songs. Many, including Leroy and ultimately nationally famous entertainers Al Jolson and Eddie Cantor, considered blackface entertainment to be an homage to the black race. Aha. A homage. It looked like it was making fun to me. Jolson even commented that it helped to amplify the expression of his mouth and eyes. When I say about the eyes bucking, if you go back and you look at some of those old movies and stuff, you have, especially the comedies, you will see Pygmy Markham them, and they, they would always be bucking their eyes, So I don't know what that really means about the buck in the eyes, but it just, they did it a lot in the black comedies situations back in the day, and you could just find all that on the internet anyway.
Yeah, Amos and Andy,
yeah,
Kingfish and all
Kingfish and all them, and what was that guy's name that shuffling? He was a shuffler, and he yes sir, master.
Oh yeah,
I can't think of his name, but he was also one. But he was rich, I understand.
Really?
Playing that kind of black man. Okay. From the seats in the back of the room. It remains controversial a century and more later, but minstrels was still a viable competitor to vaudeville and stage musicals as late as the 1910s, albeit on the decline by that time. Now, this is where we get to White. Leroy Robert Lassie White ironically became famous for being black, starting with his first known song publication, Nigger Blues. Actually, it was more of a rewrite of a collection of known verses and common blues things, but it helped to set a standard of sort for the rumping, stomping type of blues that became popular on the southern vaudeville during that time period. Originally copyrighted in 1912 as the Negro Blues, or as simply as the blues, the original work had as many as 15 verses in the manuscript, not including the second one found in the printed edition. Either White or more likely his publisher, Bush and Gertz of Dallas, trimmed the verses to 6 in 1913, and then he changed the title to the somewhat more offensive Nigger Blues. A surprising move as by the time most coon songs had all but died out in most part of the country, nearly a decade prior, and the term was generally not used in minstrels. It was also arguably more vaudeville, more of a vaudeville piece than a minstrel-like in nature. All right, so now I let y'all know why he got famous, because he would put on blackface and play as a black man. And it's ironic. It says here, White ironically became famous for being black. Okay, leave that alone.
Wow.
Let me get back to the story. That's Nigger Blues for you. Okay, let me get back to Music Appreciation Month. Oh, it's starting to run up. I need to turn that fan off. I'm almost sweating. Thank you, Jesus. This is hot outside, y'all. Flint, it don't play. When it's cold, and then when it's hot, it's hot. Okay, African American Music Appreciation Month is an annual celebration of African American music in the United States. It was initiated as Black Music Month by President Jimmy Carter, who on June 7, 1979, decreed that June would be the month of black music. Similarly, presidential proclamations have been made annually since then. In 2009, the commemoration was given its current name by President Barack Obama. In his 2016 proclamation, Obama noted that African American music and musicians have helped the country to dance, to express our faith through song, to march against injustice, and to defend our country. enduring promises of freedom and opportunity for all. That means equal for all. Okay, that's our president, Barack Obama. This year, 2017, this is a proclamation from our present president.
Really?
President Donald J. Trump proclaimed June 2017 as African American Music Appreciation Month.
Wow.
Yeah, so they keeping it going on.
I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either, but he definitely did. All right. That's our story. That's our story right there.
Amen.
Okay.
Well, I got one little thing I want to add about Miss Alberta Hunter. She wore glamorous dresses. She was glamorous.
Okay.
Yeah, she made sure she was dressed.
You ever seen Coco Taylor?
Oh.
She was glamorous too. She wore sequins and those I used to have some of them things where you put on your head if it's a full head thing and it looks like Egyptian. That was Coco Taylor. But I don't see many blues women doing that stuff today.
But she was glamorous.
Yeah.
She made sure she was glamorous. I like that.
Well, I think somebody they doing a movie about somebody that what's her name? Queen Latifah is playing her. And I'm not sure. I wrote it in the newsletter.
Okay.
Shouldn't even brought it up because I can't even remember the name of the movie. But it was a lot of movies and films that were made in these past few months, and I
they're
would
doing
list
a
them.
remake of a movie, right?
No, this is her doing this. She's the one producing it.
Oh, okay.
Just like the one about the water crisis, they producing that now about Flint, and this should be on TV sometime, maybe in September. Anyway. Okay, young people, that's our story about the founders of Black Music Month. Kenny Gamble and Dayna Williams, along with a little something I know you didn't know about called Nigger Blues.
I sure didn't.
Which made this white man, Leroy Lassie, white, and his name gave him away, didn't it? Famous. And of course, this great blues singer, Alberta Hunter. Be sure to check out political pundit Dr. George Moss every Monday at 2 p.m. on allpointstv.com and YouTube.
Amen.
Also, some of allpointstv.com programs are on Comcast Channel 17 every Tuesday evening from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. And that's all our programs. Satora's Black History Corner comes on there, and so does George's program. What's the name of this program, John?
What's going on?
Yeah,
What's going on? I'm sorry, I don't even have it on here. But his program also is on there too. The issue is that it rotates with different programs, so you have to watch it to catch either one of our programs. If you would like information about our theme song, Be Proud to Be Black, featuring Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, contact TP Production at 810-962-3258. And George, if you're watching the program, I apologize. You know, sometimes my mind do a like that. So I apologize, because I know what the name of your program, what's going on. We say asante, thanks to all of you who have watched our program. And as always, we encourage our young people and elders to do your own research and learn more about who you are, where you came from, and of course, learn about our story and pass it on, keeping it alive in the hearts and minds of our children.
right.
We must never forget our story. Our people must also begin reading more books and getting their heads out of their phones. I was at the doctor's office, and this woman was talking to me, and she was talking about, about being in the phone, on the phone. And I said, well, just look around you. Now the office is full of people. She looked around, I looked around, and everybody's head was down. All of them on that phone.
Wow.
They be looking at their reading their Facebook and messages. Go and buy a book about our story and read it to your children, and keep on buying books and reading them to your children. Prepare your children to live in America. My people, please.
Amen.
You got to prepare them, because sometimes they get up here grown and they get to seeing stuff and they say, what is this? Prepare your children to know what freedom is and about equal rights that are their God-given destinies. We want our children to grow up to be men and women, of course, and of course to be productive members of this society, because we ain't going nowhere. This is a slogan from Texas when they, it's called "Hands Up, Don't Shoot."
Oh.
Okay, because of that, the woman, I think that was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or it might have been in Texas. I'm not sure, where the black man was walking, his car had stopped, and he was walking and he had his hands up in there.
And they shot him.
And the woman shot him. Police, so now it's not only white police, it's black, and it's also the women. Okay? Until next time, we want you to know and always remember that American blacks are a spiritually strong, beautiful, and a resilient people, and that with God on our side, no one can keep us down. Love yourself, always be proud to be black, and always keep on keeping on with us. Hotep, which means peace.